beautiful city of Bata. Bata is in Equatorial Guinea. We are currently in Central Africa, where we are continuing with our initiative to get Africa to be united through a borderless system where all African nationals can pick up their passports and have access to 54 countries. We started off our journey from Ghana. We went through Togo to Benin, to Nigeria, Cameroon, and we're currently here. And from here, we're heading to Gabon, the Congo, Congo DR, Angola, Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, and several other countries. It's going to be 39 countries, and it's going to take us 163 days to do this. Now, we are doing this so that Africa unites, so that we, my friends, can get opportunities for our people. And this program brought to you by the kindest courtesy of Ghana Gas, of Del Cielo Optical Services Limited, of GMPC, of Ghana National Investment Promotion Council, of Stanbic Bank, of the National Investment Bank of Ghana, and a host of other partners, Afrimix Gold Limited, the Gold Board of Ghana, who have all made it possible for us to be here and to champion a Pan-African agenda. For several decades, Ghana has been the epicenter of the liberation movement of Africa. And so it shouldn't come to you as a surprise that it is a group of 8 Ghanaians who are leading the charge to make sure that Africa unites through a borderless system. Now, this is a very small but very beautiful country, Equatorial Guinea. To my right, as you can see in your shots, is the Gulf of Guinea. Now, this country used to be called Spanish Guinea. They've done well for themselves, I must tell you, by all accounts, by all indicators. Guess what? It's one of the cleanest cities I've been to in Africa. And this is not just the capital. This is one of the major cities, you know, a country of nearly 1.9 million people, and they are doing well by all standards. Sanitation, they've got no problem. The electricity is stable. You know, the streets are clean. The infrastructure, my friends, is world class. And speaking of infrastructure, you could drive for about 200 kilometers and you wouldn't find a pothole. You could drive into villages and towns and hamlets and you would not find potholes. And that's the exciting thing about this country. And of course, it has a historical link to Ghana. You remember Tetekwashi? You remember Fernando Po, one of the islands here. Now, this is where Tetekwashi got a pod of cocoa, brought it to Ghana, and today Ghana is a world producer of cocoa, second only to the Ivory Coast. Now, the point I want to make is that we've often seen a lot of rubbish written about countries in Africa, especially by Westerners and Western media, who call them third world, who call them Tim Port, who call them all manner of names, simply because they are not dancing to their tunes. Forget about the fact that Teodoro Nguema has been in power since 1979, currently 82 years old, with his son as vice president. But what do we seek as Africans? Do we just want elections every 4 years? Do we just want elections every 5 years, as in other countries? And yet our bins don't get collected, and yet our streets are littered with filth, and yet our streets, you know, have a lot of potholes and dust, and our kids are, you know, going to school under trees. Is that what democracy means? I don't know about you, but if this is really democracy, I don't want to be a part of that kind of democracy where the ordinary people don't feel it, where the infrastructure is not there, where the streets are not clean, where the electricity is not stable. That is not democracy. You know, democracy is when you can have better roads, cleaner city, healthy communities, etc. As far as I'm concerned, that is what democracy is about. And people say, oh, but there's no freedoms here. What kind of freedoms are we talking about? Freedom that allows men to sleep with men? Freedoms that allow women to sleep with women? Is that the kind of freedoms we want in Africa? We've got to begin to change the narrative for our people. And I'm certainly hoping that as Africans, we would begin to have a rethink of the kind of future we want for ourselves. Whether we just want to dance to the tune of Westerners who don't give a damn about us, to put it bluntly, who don't really care so long as they have their hands on our gold, on our cocoa, on our oil, on our minerals. Why are they not telling the Arabs to have elections every 5 years or 4 years? Why are they not, dictating to them on how they should run their countries? And if they cannot do this to the Arabs, because the Arabs have gotten their act together, they took control of their natural resources, they took control of the ownership of their resources, and they are making the best of it and using it to develop their people. And if America and Europe cannot give lectures to the Arabs, why must we Africans allow them to give us lectures on how to run our lives? So I'm just sharing with you thought-provoking thoughts, things that you should ponder over as an African, and think deeply about where we are, about where we need to be getting to, about the opportunities that are lost, and the notion of free and fair elections when it's actually not reflecting in the kind of systems we're building to promote our country. Just look at how clean it is. And I just want us to take a walk. You could walk beyond a mile and it's still like this. Why can't Nungwa be like this? Why can't Teshi be like this? Why can't Cape Coast? As a matter of fact, why can't even the places where we have lakes, Bosomche, and rivers, Nawuni, in Kumbungu in the northern region, why can't they be like this, where the government paves? I mean, look at how clean it is. You could literally put your food on the ground and eat it. People are having a good time, are exercising, they don't get dust running into their noses, etc. So we're here to bring you the sights and sounds, to meet officials, to promote a visa-free policy for our people, and to make sure that all Africans have access to 54 countries within the continent of Africa. Europeans are harassing us, Americans are harassing us, and as Africans, we want to continue to harass ourselves. It's certainly not the way to go. So we're going to leave it here, and we hope to see you, my friends, at the next destination. Keep watching.